What does it take for a civilization to be born? It needs abundant rivers, teeming with life and serving as pathways to trade. It needs fertile plains, hospitable valleys, and temperate weather. There are very few places in the world that have the ideal combination of all these factors. And fewer still that have not only given birth to, but have seen those civilizations flourish, prosper, and forever change the history of man. The 7,000-year-old Mehergarh civilization, 5,000-year-old Indus Valley or Harappan civilization, and 2,500-year-old Gandhara civilization have one thing in common. They all began in Pakistan. First discovered in the 1920s, the Indus Valley civilization, also known as the Harappan civilization, was born on the vast plains of Indus River and its tributaries, including the dry bed of Hakra River in Cholistan and its adjoining territories. It was at its zenith in the ancient town of Harappa near modern-day Sahiwal in Punjab. At its peak, the Harappan civilization was twice the size of the Egyptian and Mesopotamian civilizations combined. Several centuries later, Taxila, also known as Takshashila, was the main metropolis of the Gandhara civilization. It was strategically located at the pivotal junction of a trade route that connected India to Central Asia and the Silk Road to China, which provided a passage to the west. The ancient Greek historian Megasthenes mentioned this junction as the Royal Highway. As the wheel of time turned, Taxila welcomed the Achaemenids, Greeks, Mauryans, Scythians, Parthians, Kushans, Huns, and eventually the Muslims in medieval times. Taxila was even visited by Alexander the Great and the Apostle Saint Thomas, but of course, for entirely different reasons. During the Kushan era, the Gandhara civilization produced marvels in academia, culture, and architecture. The ancient university of Taxila became one of the first recorded centers of learning for religious and secular studies. Today, this archaeological complex consists of 18 locations of historical significance, as listed by UNESCO under the World Heritage umbrella in 1980. The artifacts discovered at these historical sites have place of pride at museums in Harappa, Taxila, and Lahore. But perhaps the greatest impact on this part of the world was made by the mighty Mughal dynasty that began with the reign of Babur in 1526 AD and had Bahadur Shah Zafar as its last sovereign until 1857. The Mughals made a major contribution to the Indian subcontinent with the development of their unique Indo-Persian architecture. The Badshahi Masjid, Lahore Fort, Shalimar Gardens, and the tomb of Jahangir are but a few of the well-preserved marvels that greet hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. Be it breathtaking cathedrals, large infrastructural projects, or glorious examples of neo-Gothic architecture, the British Raj made its own everlasting mark on the Punjab of today. The magnificence of these sites has to be seen to be believed. Come to Punjab and discover a time before time and witness living history.